Good afternoon, everyone. This is an update of Journal of Journey. What's been going on? So it's been over a month since I've done 10 mg of Prozac. I've been going for over a month on the 10 mgs. I recently ran out of them, unfortunately. Kind of an error on my part. I sort of forgot to go to the doctors to get more. But it's kind of good as well because the only ones I had left were 20 mgs. And I didn't want to sort of quit cold turkey, so I just took the 20 mg instead. And now I'm 4 days into 20. So overall, nearly 5 weeks into like medication in general. 4 days into the new dose. Oh wow, there's a deer. Wait, this is kind of cool actually. Hello, mate. I've noticed like I'm much less panicky. I still panic, but I won't spiral, which is good. I think it's definitely stopped that, or at least slowed that down. So far less spiraling. But it hasn't really stopped the tiredness and the fatigue like I really wanted it to. I mean, it's still relatively early, only like 4/5 weeks in, so nothing crazy is to be expected yet, but it hasn't really dented the fatigue and like general just groggy feeling. I mean, there have been a couple of times where it's like sort of briefly lifted for like a minute, but then just gone straight back. So I don't know if that's the medication or what. I'm just going to keep on with the 20 mg. No terrible side effects, which is the main thing, and that was my main worry. So basically, if this serves as anything, it's just a journal entry for myself to say I was way too anxious about starting the medication. Side effects are just nowhere near what I thought they'd be. Like, I genuinely thought I would start hallucinating and literally go crazy after taking the first pill, but here we are, having taken 5 weeks worth and up the dosage, and I'm still okay, and we're still out in the woods, so all is good on that front. I'm actually off to China tomorrow. I've got a 11-hour flight into Shanghai via Beijing, so yeah, exciting times. I need to pack today. I literally haven't done any packing or anything, but this isn't just a China trip, this is the Great Tour, as I'm terming it. So I start in China, up to Mongolia, work my way down to Australia throughout this summer, and then stay in Australia for their summer, so our winter, and then hopefully study in Taiwan for a bit. I've applied for a university there, like learning Mandarin and stuff, which would be super cool. So basically, if this all works out, that means from tomorrow, which in the time of recording tomorrow is 10th of April, from the 10th of April until pretty much June 2027, I'll be out of the UK, which is huge. Like a year and a half of being out of the country. So it's actually quite a big occasion. Yeah, I never thought I'd actually do it because, well, before I thought I'd do it, before all of this stuff happened, but ever since I've felt off and just not right at all, and anxious and literally panicking about like the sky and stuff like that, I was just like, there's no way on earth I'm going to be able to do this trip. But here I am a day before it, feeling actually okay. The only thing I'm like kind of nervous for is the actual flight, just because it's so long and I'm not great with flights anyway. But you know, it is what it is. So yeah, there's that. Gone for a year and a half. I'm gonna try and keep recording videos. I mean, hopefully record a bit more, make this an actual thing. Sort of document what I'm doing out there. Trying to start like some sort of fashion brand as well. So we'll see. But I'm really excited for that. Maybe the next time you hear from me, I'll have dpdr in China, and I'll be feeling unreal in China. Sick. No, but for real, this is just a document of how I'm feeling, obviously, like I said before. And I do honestly think I'm improving. I think even just watching my old videos, like my first ones, where I just feel like maybe that's me just talking to the camera and not being good with that, which I've gotten a bit more used to now. But I look and I've sounded much more like scared almost, and I feel okay now. Obviously still not tip top, but whoever feels tip top, you know. So I don't know if any of you guys have tattoos, but this really hurt. So I wanted something to encapsulate leap, which I'm not sure if I talked about, but basically going for things without knowing what's on the other side. So like blind faith, basically just jumping for something even though you can't see where it is, like opportunities and stuff. And basically this symbolizes all the best moments of my life have been after I've gone for something and I don't know what it is, what the consequences are, and just going for it anyway. And obviously a big example of this is, well, three examples. The medication, taking the medication, it might sound silly, but that was actually a really big leap for me. Like going into the unknown with that sort of, and just leaping for it. Also starting this channel, again, quite a big leap. Like, I'm pretty vulnerable in here, relatively. So it's quite a big leap for me to just sort of put my stuff out here. And then thirdly, this big trip is a huge leap. It's going to living abroad on the other side of the world for like a year and a half. Yeah, quite a big leap. And then basically to even symbolize that leap, I had to take another leap to get the tattoo, which is something I never thought I'd do when I was younger, but here we have it. So I really like monkeys, just to put that out there. So I got a leaping monkey tattoo, like that. It looks quite big, but I think that's just the perspective. It's not actually that big. And the cool thing is, like, when it's, let me zoom out a bit, geez. When it's bent, it's like that, and then as you extend it, it sort of leaps. Yeah, anyway, I like it, which is the main thing. I was a bit shocked with how big it was, but I really like it. And yeah, it hurt so much. He only did half of the tattoo. He didn't actually do the shading because, like another thing, this is showing I'm improving. With the dentist before, where I hid that I was on fluoxetine because I didn't want to tell him, because I was like worried and stuff. Before I got this tattoo, they give you a form like, what medications are you taking? I'm like, bang, straight away, no hesitation, I write down fluoxetine. And he comes to me about halfway through, because basically my arm was bleeding a lot. He was like, you do realise the medication you're on is a blood thinner? And I was like, I had no idea that was a thing. And again, like, not catastrophic at all. All he did was just say, yeah, it's a blood thinner, we might have to stop the shading and save that for another day, which is what we've done. So it's only the outline there. But unfortunately, another day is going to be a year and a half later when I'm back in the UK. So I guess I've got an outline for a year and a half, but oh well, it's kind of fun. But again, like, even when he said, oh, you're on this, which is a blood thinner, he told me that his sister was on it, for example, like on the same one. He was like, is that an ssri? I was like, yes. He's like, oh, my sister's on that. Like, I know what it is, as in, like, sort of in a very nice way. He was basically saying, like, hope you get well soon, which is really nice to hear. And also, again, shows that, like, so many people take these things. Like, it's really not that deep. I think that's the one thing I've learned from all of this, is like, people are always going through stuff. People are always, like, you never know what someone's going through. So firstly, you don't assume or anything like that. But secondly, like, you can open up yourself. I think it's pretty likely that someone else will have something kind of similar to what you're going through. Yeah. So if we're feeling unreal, we may as well feel unreal together, is what I'm trying to say. Let's keep going, one day at a time. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I will see you guys in China. I don't actually know how. I'm guessing you can record from China and publish on YouTube, but I know all of that stuff's blocked. So I'll figure it out. Anyway, I hope you guys are well, and see you soon. Bye bye.